Oho! The ruler, you say. Claim you to be arisen as well, then? I must applaud the audacity of spinning such a falsehood. Though the possibility certainly stands that the man currently residing in the palace is but a pretender. Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. Oh, very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand. We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. You have my support. Oh. Here, if you please.
At your leisure.
I'll keep out of town I've yet to visit.
Bunch of
We have arrived.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I?
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Understood. I will await you here, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for Your Majesty's efforts.
That was certainly worthwhile. A job
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
I am confident we shall see this matter to a success.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected. He was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of Your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned Your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for Your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal, after all.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Sworn I had ought to attend to.
crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
This looks as good a place as any.
Dead on my feet.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may. Would you mind coming over here?
Can't help but talking. Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to. Survive. So before you check the price, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Go on, have a look.
Suppose I'm tired. I barely slept a wink.
predicament.
Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
Here we are. If that is your destination, we cannot.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
The sooner my duties are I lament this calling I've chosen many times.
Big place, strapped. I'm ready for patrol. Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded. Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace, eh? Captain will have my head if I see another patrol. Not sure why I'm patrolling, if I'm honest.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Sometimes I wonder, Dogma. Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out.
Wishing my armor can wait till the morn.
So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it. Off you go now. If you wish to...
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
presume to confound me, do you?
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign. Now to report to Captain Brant. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Quite the predicament.
Why, is everyone well then.
Very dull.
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not... Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember. It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you were to meet the one who would falsely claim the title. 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Pawns are